Hey guys, it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to do another chat to get ready with me, and this is going to be part 2 of answering your questions because after I asked that, I started filming it and then I had more questions come in, so I'm like, you know what, we're just going to make a part 2. Okay, I don't think I answered this one, so we're going to start with this one. So this is from C. Blackwell 2. How did you meet your husband? What prompted you to move to Florida? And what's my favorite holiday and why? And hopefully I don't forget all those because you know how it is with menopause, ladies. Mama forgets things. Well, how did I meet my husband? I met my husband when I was 16 going on 17. He was 17 going on 18. And this is going to sound bad, but it's not, I promise you. So he was dating my friend and I was like the third wheel. I don't know why she always wanted me to hang out with them when they were on their dates. It was really weird. Like, she wanted me to be there. It was just so awkward for me because I didn't have a boyfriend. So we would hang out, all of us together, and do things. And then she was like looking at engagement rings, and my husband was like, I'm going to say my husband now because we're married, but he was like, what the hell, man? I'm not like getting married right now. It was just like weird stuff like that. And so eventually they broke up, and then he asked to go out with me. And I was just like, that was weird. I'm like, you went out with my friend. So he was a nice guy, so I asked. I said, yeah, wants to go out with me. And, I feel weird because you guys dated. She's like, I don't care. You can go out with him. I'm like, you're sure? Because I just feel really weird. So she said she didn't care, so I went out with him, and then she proceeded to tell everybody that I stole her boyfriend. Can anybody relate to that? So anyways, when we were dating, I remember even that there was a boy I had in one of my classes, and he told me, he's like, you guys are going to break up in a week. And I'm like, I don't think so. I feel like this is like, I knew that at an early age. Isn't it weird when you find somebody that you just know? And I'm like, I don't think so. I feel like this is the one, and here we are 30 something years later, we're still married. So I guess I was right on that. What prompted us to move to Florida? A lot of things. I came to Florida many years ago for the first time. Actually, we came here on our honeymoon. And then we came to visit family, and we went to Disney World for the first time. I think it was like 1991 or something like that. I think we came here. And I liked it, but I thought, oh my God, it's so hot there. I really did. I thought, oh my gosh, it's so hot there. But I liked it and went on with my life. And then as the years went by, we started visiting our family here that lives south of us. And every time I came here, I just fell more and more in love with it. And I just got tired of the long, cold winters. I'm one of those people that suffers from seasonal depression. And in Illinois, I mean, you can have a month. Sometimes you can have months and never see the sun. Everything is dead. There's nothing to look at outside. It's gray. It's cold. I hated the cold weather. I just got tired of it. And I just always really liked it here. And I just felt like every time I came here, I felt like this is home. I don't know why I felt like that. I just always did. And when my daughter was really small, I wanted to move here then. But my husband was like, no, I don't like the heat. I don't want to move there. And maybe it was okay. Maybe it was good that we didn't move here then. Sometimes it's just things happen at the right time. You know what I mean? So then we came here on a trip. I can't remember what year it was. I think it was like, I don't remember what year it was. Was it 2011? I don't remember what year it was. We came out here for vacation. And again, I just had that feeling like it was home, We were on our way to NASA. Know what it is? With the space center that they have here. And I don't know, we were driving on the highway, we had a rental car. I just kept on sitting in the car and looking out as we were driving. I just felt like we were home. I don't know how to explain it. It was just the weirdest feeling. I just felt like home. And when we left that year, I was just devastated because I felt like I was leaving my home. I don't know how to explain it. So we went back, and maybe a year or two after that, I started feeling like we needed to start prepping for the future because my daughter was leaving, you know, going to be graduating high school. I knew she was going to be going to school, and I just felt like I was ready to downsize. I don't want to keep that house anymore. The cost of living where we were at was really expensive. The taxes on houses are crazy. We were paying, I think we were paying around $8,000 a year. I think after we left, it went up to 9. I have a friend, she pays over 20 grand a year for property taxes. Okay, that's just for property taxes. It was just ridiculous, and there was no place that we could live there that, you know, it wouldn't be expensive as far as the taxes. It was just ridiculous. We just felt like we're wasting our money, you know. And we were sick and tired of the cold. And at that point, my husband was starting to get tired of the cold too. And I just had to talk with him one day. I'm like, we have to start planning. And this is what I want to do. And we just started researching areas. At first, he wasn't on board. But he started researching and thinking about it. And he's like, yeah, you know what? This is the time to do it. We're not getting any younger. And winters there, especially as you age, it's just hard. That's why we decided to do it. So we just, you know, started researching everywhere, different areas. We wanted to be in Central Florida because we love Disney. We didn't need to be 5 minutes from there, and we're not. But we wanted to be close to Disney, but we also wanted to be central so we could go to either coast if we wanted to. We love it here. We absolutely love living here. Best decision we have ever made. What's my favorite holiday and why? I would probably have to say Christmas, although Christmas makes me sad. I know it sounds silly, but it does, because there's people that aren't with us anymore, you know, family. So when I hear a lot of Christmas songs, it just makes me cry. I usually cry. I don't do a lot of like decor anymore in my house for the holidays, just because I've gotten to the point in my life where I can't take it anymore. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier bronzer and blush. Oh my gosh, I love this. Now you guys know I still love using my creams, and I'm still going to use it, but I wanted to try something different, and I am loving this. Go easy on it though, because girl, yeah, I mean, it packs a punch. But yeah, Christmas I would say is my favorite holiday. But I don't decorate much for it. I mean, we put a tree up. We have a monorail, like a Disney monorail thing that goes underneath it. I put out a couple other things, and that's it. I just don't do a lot. I used to go crazy, girl. I used to have stuff in every damn room. Every bedroom was decorated, like everything. And I just don't like that anymore. I just don't like a lot of stuff anymore. I don't know. I really changed a lot, because my old house, oh God, I had stuff everywhere. And I liked it. I just don't want that anymore, you know? Teresa wants to know how long I've been married and how did I meet my husband. I shared how I met my husband. We got married in June 3rd, 1989. So is it 31 years this year? Yeah, 31 years we've been married. And we've been, since we started dating in 1983, how many years is that? 83, 93, 2003, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So holy shit. Okay, 37 years. Yeah, been together a long time. Do I have siblings? I have 2 brothers, no sisters. I'm the middle child. So I have an older brother that we haven't talked to in years. There's always that issue in the family where it's, just happens. And then I have a younger brother, and we try to talk as much as we can, but it's like, that's how it is. Now that I live here, it's even less, but I try to text him. Okay, so Teresa asks, was your husband's first, fill in the blanks? My husband was the first and only. We've been married 33 years. Well, we're almost like twinsies, girl. You were 22 and he's, oh my gosh, we're like twins. Girl, I got married when I was 21. Wait. Right? Wait. How old was I? 89, 66, 76, 76, 86, 87, 8. I was 23. How old were you? 23? We were so close. So I was 23 and my husband was 25 when we got married. Girl, we have a lot in common. I'm going to say yes. I'm kind of private. I don't talk about stuff like that, but I'm just going to say yes to the first yes. Okay? Can that just be between the two of us? Because, sometimes I don't want to kiss and tell, but yeah. I think my generation's kind of like the old-fashioned, I think. But yeah, I was. Yeah. Yep. Yep, and yes. Have I ever met any celebrities? Yes, I have. I have, you know, because I lived in California, so I did meet some celebrities. But then when we moved here, I've actually, or not moved here, but when we lived in Illinois, going through O'Hare Airport a couple times, I've seen celebrities. We saw, oh, what's his name? Vince. The guy that I think was, what was he in? He's in so many movies. Was that Three Christmases he was in? He was in the movie Swingers. What is his name? Fill in the blank. Okay, you probably know who I'm talking about. We met him in an airport, really nice. He was there with, looked like his, you know, his wife and his baby, and I don't know if it was their nanny or something. They were traveling. Whenever I meet a celebrity, I'm never weird. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never like, oh my God, can I make a selfie with you? Okay, great. Like, I'm not like that. I just respect them as a person. I just feel like what they do is their job. And when they're not doing their job, unless it's like some kind of meet and greet, I'm always respectful. You know what I mean? I met Joan Jett. So nice. Oh my gosh, Joan Jett is so nice. Met Pat Benatar. Really nice too. She is the tiniest little thing ever. She's like tiny. Neil, her husband, met him. Other celebrities that I've met, Bruce Springsteen, I met him. Oh my gosh, girl. So he had a book signing a couple years ago, and we won one of the lotteries because it was like this lottery thing where you can go meet him. Oh, girl. He smelled delicious. Okay, my husband's in there, so I gotta talk quiet. He smelled delicious, let me tell you. I don't know what cologne he was wearing, but girl, it was good. And so nice. It was really a quick encounter because there was lines of people going up and you can have your photo with him and everything. So to talk to him, how fun would it be to interview him? But seems like a really, really nice guy. And everybody that's ever met him said he was nice, that he is nice. So yeah, I've met celebrities over the years, different celebrities. So, and I'm always respectful. I mean, if like Bruce or anybody, like I said, if anybody was just out on the street, I would never, ever approach them. That's just me. People get weird and they just think that because you're a celebrity, like you're supposed to be like on all the time, and they can, like, I don't agree with that. I really don't. I just feel like you have to respect them. That's what they do for a living, but you don't have to be a butthole about it and bother somebody for an autograph or like, I'm just not like that. I've never, like as a kid, I probably was like that. It's different when you're a child, but as an adult, it's like, I don't know. I'm just not like that. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so Teresa said, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Oh my gosh. That is one of my favorite Christmas movies, by the way, too. We watch that every Christmas twice because we love it so much. And I love Christmas in Connecticut. I love Christmas in Connecticut. Love, love, love that movie. Favorite color right now is this color. That is my favorite color. Every time I see anything that has this color, I'm buying it. Whether it's a shirt, if it's a mug, if it's some kind of gadget or whatever from my kitchen, I get it because I like that color. And Teresa asked, have I ever farted in public? And if you did, no, girl. You know what? Here's the thing. I take probiotics and I have for years. I don't have those issues. I used to when I used to eat sugar. Then I'd have issues, but now I don't have that issue anymore. Truth. Seriously. Okay, so Julie's now asked, what's my favorite music, movies? Also, do you have a current BFF that you've known since high school? No. I'm going to give you some tea, girl. I'm going to go in and use this palette today, too. I'm going to use the Tiny Marvels palette. This is the Mel Thompson collection. Look at these colors. So pretty. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm scared of some of them. You know me. So music, I'm all over the place, girl. I go from opera to rap, hip hop, oldies music, like 50s, even 40s, you know, rock music, punk music. I love everything. I love every kind of music genre. I really do. It just depends on my mood, you know? But music has always been a big part of my life. I remember as a kid, I'm going to tell you a secret about me that I've never shared with anybody. And it's embarrassing, This is something that I've never shared with anybody. And I hope I'm not the only weirdo out there. And as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with me. But I used to listen to a radio when I was a kid. I remember my parents had this little radio and I would listen to it and I would go like this and listen to music. And then when I used to sleep at night, I had to rock myself to sleep because I could not sleep. I did that for a long time. You know what's crazy? My husband did the same thing. Isn't that weird? He did the same thing and then we ended up marrying each other. But I felt like I used to do it because it was like my way to, I don't know, calm myself down or something. I don't know if I had anxiety and I didn't know about it. But I used to do that as a kid. I used to listen to music and do that. So, and then I used to pretend I was Pat Benatar, you know, and look at this color, by the way. Holy cow. This is this color right here. This is Tree Hopper. Holy cow, man, that's a lot of punch for that light color. I'm actually surprised at that. I'm not surprised because the quality is good and it's just such a light color. It's like, wow. I don't have a BFF from high school, but we're going to talk about that. So I had a friend. She was actually in my wedding and we were friends for a long time. And I mean, we would just hang out in high school. We would go to Baker Square, drink coffee and chat. And we would go out for rides and jam like Prince, Purple Rain in my car and just drive around in the summer. Like, that was my friend, okay? And we were friends for a long time. And she was in my wedding and everything like that. And then after I got married, she got married. Didn't last. And after they got divorced, you know, she started going out more and stuff. And so she would call me to, you know, to go out and stuff. And then she would, like, at the last minute, she didn't want to hang out with me. She'd have other plans. She was kind of like one of those. And I just got tired of it. And I was just like, I was kind of done with her. So I just stopped talking to her. Then I finally saw her again. Her dad died. We talked and we're going to hang out again. And she started the same crap with me again. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's like a fair weather friend. I don't have time for fair weather friends. So I really don't have a BFF. I don't have a lot of friends because I've just been burned by too many people. And I think it's a trusting issue with me. I feel like a lot of my trusting issues comes from me being bullied as a kid. I really do. I feel like that's where a lot of my trusting issues. So yeah, I you know, parted ways with her a long time ago, and I don't have any BFFs. I have friends, but I don't have anybody that I would say is a BFF. Girly Moves West says, I know you love Florida, but what are 3 things you miss about Illinois? I miss the city of Chicago. It's a beautiful city. I love it. Orlando is nice, but it's not Chicago. Chicago just has so many amazing museums, and you can see normally under normal circumstances, you can go see a show, great restaurants, beautiful lakes, beautiful architecture. You just walk around Chicago and just looking at the buildings is just so beautiful. So that I definitely miss. Family, of course, I miss, and that's about it. I really can't give you 3 things because that's it. That's really all I miss. So the city, my family, and that's about it. That's all I miss from living there. Any celebrity that I can't stand that most people seem to like. I've shared this in another video, the Kardashians. I'm sorry, I don't get it. If you're a fan, that's awesome. I just think I just don't get it. I don't know why everybody, I don't know what the big thing is with them. I just don't. I heard their season's going off, so I haven't watched any of them, but sorry, free fans. It's come to an end. Favorite YouTubers in the 25 to 40 range, non-beauty related YouTubers I watch. You know what I like to watch? It's called The Proper People. I don't know if they've shared any videos in a while. I know they had some already, you know, recorded. I'll have to check. I haven't, because I've just been busy. I just don't have time to watch a lot of channels. I do everything myself. I mean, I do my own filming, my editing, research. I have a blog that I run, and there's things that I have to do with my blog to keep that going. So I have like a lot of stuff going on, plus taking care of my house. And I do most of the stuff because I'm flexible. He's not flexible with his job. I can do what I want and still get stuff done. He can't, like, between a call do laundry and stuff, okay? Yeah. So I just don't have a lot of time to watch channels. I don't, but The Proper People is so good. Love their videos because they go in these abandoned buildings and you're always on the edge of your seat because you think they're going to get in trouble because they're not supposed to be doing it, but they're very respectful. They don't like go in there and, you know, do anything, but they just go into these old abandoned buildings and explore, and it's just fascinating, you know, like just old hospitals or asylums or whatever, and it's just the photography, the videography, you know what I'm saying, is amazing. The sound, like everything. It's called The Proper People. I watch the Diz, even though we live here, and they talk about Disney and all that kind of stuff, so I watch the Diz. I watch Resort TV. I love them. Even though I live here, I'm not going to Disney right now. So they vlog. They'll do like live vlogs and walk through the parks and stuff. And so even though I live here, like I love, sometimes I'm working, I have my headphones on and I'll just listen to them walking through the park, like doing their live videos. I love that one. So yeah, that would be it. I don't know about, I think they're younger than me. As far as I know, I don't really care. Age doesn't bother me. I don't care how young or old somebody is when I'm watching their videos. As long as it's something that interests me, then I'll watch the video. Did I take any drama classes? No. But I wanted to. I wanted to be a singer and an actress. When I was little, I loved Carol Burnett. And I wanted to grow up and be like her. I didn't. But I think that's where I got it from, like my silliness, because I watched a lot of TV as a kid. And Carol Burnett was like my favorite. SB402 says, my question is, who is my favorite comedian and have you ever gone to see one perform live? Okay, there's two that I like. I like Jim Gaffigan and I like Sebastian Maniscalco. Oh my God, Sebastian is relatable. Because I grew up in an Italian family. So my mom's dad, so my grandpa is Italian, and then my grandma is Irish. So I just remember like on Sundays going to my auntie's house in the city, and it was always open. Anybody can come there, and they'd have, you know, Sunday dinner, and anybody can come by, and they had a pool and stuff. It was like big in the 70s. You know, like we would go there a lot in the 70s. And my great grandpa, I would go and see him, and so that was my grandpa's side. So there's a lot of things that he talks about that I can totally relate to, because I was born in '66, so I feel like I grew up in the 70s. He's younger than me, but I feel like we still have the same experiences about stuff. He just, oh my gosh, when I see him, he's just so freaking funny. Look up Sebastian Maniscalco and Jim Gaffigan. You can look at both of them on YouTube, and they're freaking hilarious. They are so funny. Forever Free Bird wants to know she said, I have been using L'Oreal, but want to build a collection of high-end products. She said, what would a full face be of my absolute favorites that I would recommend? Let me do, I'm going to do a video on that. Is that okay if I do that? I'll do a video and I'll share that, because it might be something that if people don't want to hear me yapping like this, they might be interested in a video like that. And I can give you some different options, okay? So I'm going to make sure I bookmark that. My favorite book, I don't read. I never liked reading. Once in a while I have read some books here and there. I mean, even Carol Burnett, I love her, but I started reading her book and I just couldn't finish it. I don't know, I don't have that attention span. And I guess I never did, even as a kid, because I remember when we had to read a book, I hated it. I used to read magazines. I used to love reading, like decorating magazines and stuff. I don't even do that anymore. So I can't really recommend one, sorry. Grateful, blessed, humbled. How long have I been married? Okay, 31 31 years. Where do we meet? I've been married 33. See? Same here, girl. I'm my high school sweetheart. I did the same thing. Bonnie says, do I have a fitness routine? If so, what do I do to keep toned? I don't think I'm that toned. I'm not. I walk. That's what I do. I walk and I swim. I probably should do some things to tone, but I hate working out. I just do. I hate working out, and I do have some cellulite, which I hate, and I've had that since I was a kid. So it has nothing to do with my aging or anything. It's just where the fat deposits on me, and I hate it. I've always hated it. I have it on my legs, and I'm noticing in certain light, I even see it on my arms now. It's like, what the hell, man? The older I get, I just feel like I embrace things more. The older I get, I don't get hard on myself about things. One thing I feel like I notice, and I mean, everybody can do what they want to do. This isn't, I'm not like saying you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't feel like this. I guess I'm just saying I don't understand it. I don't understand when I see some YouTubers that just, I don't know, I just feel like they're not happy with themselves. Like they're constantly like getting fillers here, getting this work done or that. I mean, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But I'm just saying I don't understand it because I'm just not, I don't feel that way. I don't feel like, yeah, there's things I don't like I don't like this and all that, but I just feel like for me, again, I don't care what you do. I'm just living with stuff and I'm just doing what I can with skincare because I don't want to go under the knife. For me, it's not worth being put under, not knowing whether I'm going to wake up or not just because of my skin sagging. And I just feel like eventually it's not going to matter anyways because we're all getting older. We're all looking older, and it's no matter what you do, even if you get work done, I've never seen anybody that's had work done that I think, wow, they look younger than they are. Like, they just look like their age, but they look like they've had work done to me. And again, that's no hate to anybody, so please, when I share these chatty videos with you guys, I'm just being real with you, okay? I'm being real, and I'm just telling you the truth, how I feel. So you don't have to feel like that, but if we were talking together, I would tell you that. I'm not going to put on an act or something, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying that's just how I feel, but everybody can do what they want to do. And if it makes you feel happy and you want to do it, freaking do it, man. Who cares what I think or anybody thinks, right? I'm going to answer a couple more questions. You know, I know some people get annoyed when people wear their glasses like that. Are you one of those people? The reason I do this, I know it's going to sound silly, is because when I put it up there, it makes marks. And when I put them down here, the marks aren't as bad. That's why I do this. So, Patricia asked me, did I ever have any skin problems or issues? If I did, how did I deal with them as far as skincare and cosmetics? I had a little bit of rosacea, and I feel like using the vitamin C serums over the years have helped with that. And I had really big pores. They're a lot less noticeable now. I don't feel like, because I used to use, when I first started my channel, I used to use a pore filling primer. I don't use it anymore. So that's gotten better with my skincare, and that is probably using the acids that I use. I use a salicylic, I use a lactic, and I use a glycolic. I don't use them all together, and I don't use them every day. I kind of spread out my skincare. That's why I'm going to be updating and doing some more skincare videos, but it's so hard to, like, my routine's going to change. So what I use one day I might not use the next. I never really had problems with like acne or anything. I mean, occasionally now I still break out, and I was breaking out recently, and I don't know what it is. I stopped using something, and I'm going to see if that's what it is, and then if that's what it is, I'll come back and report that with you guys, but I don't know what it is. But since I stopped using it, I'm not getting the issues. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm going to, I don't know if I answered this. So Lisette asked me if I work out and what do I do the most. She likes spin classes. I walk. That's what I do. I walk. I don't like to work out. I never have. Well, I shouldn't say never have. I did at one time, like working out. I just don't like to. And I don't have time. So I walk and I swim. The wintertime I can't swim because our pool is not heated. And it can get down to the 40s at night. And girl, it doesn't heat up during the day. So it's freaking cold. So I walk. That's my workout. I'm looking at the side. Actually, I have an exercise thing here. I haven't used it yet. Yeah, that's what I do. I walk. That's it. This is a new one. Okay, so somebody's asking if I use... She said she wants to know how you can use retinol or even a tretinoin and stay for long in the sun. I always use good sunscreen, but it's difficult to work and take my makeup off and put on new sunscreen. I live in Florida, and if I were to not wear like a retinol because of the sun, I would never wear one. So I hear people take the summer off, and I just think, well, what am I supposed to do? I live in Florida. So I'm really careful about the sun. I'm really careful. I reapply so many times, and I don't put a retinol all over my body. Right now, I haven't been using my AHAs for my body. I just kind of gave that a break, and I'll go back to it in the wintertime. I don't know if that was a good idea. So I guess in that way, I have given that part a break, because I feel like my body's more exposed than my face. My face, I put sunscreen on, and then I have a hat on. And I always have a hat on. And when I sit outside in, by our pool, I have an umbrella that's an SPF umbrella. So I'm still putting sunscreen on, I'm still protecting my face, but then I feel like I have that too. So I'm just doing whatever I can to protect. When I go in the pool, I have a swim shirt. I actually wouldn't mind getting some swim pants or whatever, just so when I'm in the pool, because I really don't care if I get sun. I'm wearing a 70, and it almost looks like I'm getting a little bit of color, which I really don't want any color, because with color then I'm getting freckles too, and I don't like to have freckles on my legs. But that's what I do. I don't think you're going to be afraid to use a retinol because of the sun. You just have to make sure that you are being really careful. And I would definitely recommend getting a hat that has SPF in it. I like the one that I have. It's really expensive, but you can find them on Amazon. Look on Amazon and or just do a Google search and look for a nice wide brim hat. I have one that's wide brim, and I have one that has a brim that's not really wide. I have both. I like the wide, really wide ones are nice for the pool, but like walking around in there, I can't. It's just like flopping everywhere. But I always make sure that I have some sort of hat on my face to cover my face, and I am putting sunscreen on. When I'm in the pool, I don't wear makeup, so I'm reapplying my sunscreen to my face even. So if you feel like, you don't want to keep doing that, then you can get a powder sunscreen to reapply it, but I still would protect your face with a hat or something if you're going to be outside. And they even have some setting sprays that have sunscreen in it. Just have to be careful with some of those because they have alcohol in it. So you just want to look at where the alcohol is listed in the ingredients, so it's not going to end up drying out your skin. But yeah, I would say that I still use it. So you do whatever you want to do, but you can't be afraid to do that because of that, because where I live, I never use it then. So I just have to be really diligent. And like I said, I reapply when I'm in that pool. If it says 80 minutes, I'm reapplying it like more often than 80 minutes because I feel like I'm in the water. Some of it's still going to come off in the water, so I have to be really careful. So I just keep reapplying my sunscreen. I come out every maybe 40 minutes or something out of the pool, dry off. I reapply it. I let it sit on for 20 minutes to a half hour, and then I go in the pool again. That's kind of what I do when we have our pool days. So you just have to be really, really careful with the sun with it. I haven't had any problems, but like I said, I reapply. That's what I do. Make sure you get your neck. I get my ears. I get my fingers, everything. I have sunscreen on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was long and chatty, but like I said, you guys seem to enjoy them. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know if you have any future topics that you want me to talk about. Leave it in the comments below. Would love to know what you want me to chat about. And I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye. I had to fix that, check that, because the other day I did a whole video and no sound. That was awesome. This garbage man's killing me today. You know what, really quick, I want to tell you this. See this headband? So this headband, I don't know, can you see? Oh, this garbage truck's killing me. Hold on a second. Hi. I'm gonna ask a couple more questions.